Hey everyone, this video was recorded last week using my Insta360 Go. It is a small action camera, really small. This little tiny little thing here comes with a little charging case, snaps in there to charge. You can control it via Bluetooth using this case and remotely access a number of functions. It has little tripod legs, and this is the second iteration. It's the Insta360 Go 2. I've had the first one. Now, too long, didn't read, quick short things, great action camera, microphone is surprisingly good, but the USB-C charger is a deal breaker for me. It only works with a USB-A to USB-C charger. So if you have a USB-C charger like a MacBook charger or any of the power delivery chargers, it does not work. You cannot transfer files via that way. You have to use a USB-A to USB-C. Kind of funky. I think it's a deal breaker for me, but it's been pretty good. Now, the rest of this video is just going to be me vlogging using just this camera here. I ended up not editing on the app. What I did was I just took all the clips, threw it on the timeline in the app, export it, and then airdropped it into Final Cut Pro. I just finished the edit, and you're going to see it as is. I'm going to do a few tweaks on the audio, but other than that, probably just for volume. Other than that, it's the native audio that's coming from this device. So expect to get that kind of quality, which surprisingly for something this small, it turned out pretty well. So the question is, can you vlog with the Insta360 Go? This is the second edition of the Go. I had the first one. I ended up selling it because I didn't like it very much, and I got this one, and it's been really good as an action camera because my kids have been in the pool a lot. I brought it into the water. It's great with water, been out on the beach. I think it's really super easy to be able to set up on its little mini tripod and get time-lapse shots. There's a deal breaker. We'll get to that towards the end. There's a piece where one tiny component that really kind of just does it for me. I don't like it, and I'm considering getting rid of this as well. But in the interim, as a tiny action camera, the fact that I have this little magnet thing on my chest that I can attach it to various different mounts that I have, it's very versatile. I like it more than like a GoPro or any of the other action cameras that are out in the marketplace. It's been awesome. Along with me, my XT3 on a Gorilla, or just a little tripod, and that setup was complicated. It was hard to mount it in the car because there is nowhere to mount it in the car without setting up some really big pieces of equipment. But I have this here just on the adhesive mount. It's this little sticky mount that I can attach to different parts of the car. And the question is, how is the audio? Are you getting pretty good audio coming here? Is it rejecting road noise, and can you understand what I'm saying? If that works, my understanding is that the Insta360 mic is actually pretty good compared to other options, and it might be a viable vlogging solution. It's really goofy because it's too small, but it could be a good option to just bring it around. What I do like is my day-to-day action, capturing day-to-day stuff, especially for vlogging. A simpler setup, something that's quick. I can have has many settings and features. I'm finding cinema camera doesn't work. You can't vlog with a cinema camera. So there's too many settings, too many things to control when you're shooting with that. And even with my mirrorless camera, they're small, but it takes up quite a bit of space, and it's a lot of thinking. Now the question is, later tonight when I edit this, what's the workflow? when you look at the bottom, it says USB-C. You go to the website, it says USB-C, and it is USB-C, but the problem is it only works specifically with either the included cable that came with it or really a USB-C to USB-A cable. If you use a USB-C to USB-C, nothing. You plug it in to try to charge it, nothing. And you plug it in to try to transfer data, nothing. Why is that a problem? Because I have USB-C cables for power everywhere. My MacBook, I got it for charging battery banks. I got it for a bunch of things. I'm switching to USB-C. And so what I don't understand is why create something that can't even be powered by a simple USB-C cable. It's really upsetting. And the fact that I have to now carry around a specific cable just to charge this thing, even though I have a bunch of cables sitting around all the time, I think that's just BS. Just bad product design on Insta360's part. Other than that, this has been a really awesome product. I like the different mounts. I'm going to play around with it tonight from a workflow perspective. I think as I'm doing the edit, I am going to load all of it into my phone app, do some rough scrubbing, export the whole thing out, and then I'll bring it into either Final Cut or some other editor to do the fine tuning. I tried doing it on my phone. You can do start endpoints pretty easy. You can split the clip, so that's another way of doing it. But maybe I'll try really hard. Maybe I'll try to edit the whole thing on the video on the phone and see if I can do that. All right, let's see if I can do it. The other thing I just want to mention is I think you can watch videos and reviews of this. This is not a product review in the sense of all the features, but the case opens up like this, and it has a set of tiny tripods in the back. I thought it was a little gimmicky, but I use it all the time because I don't want to carry a tripod. There is a quarter 20 mount at the bottom, so you can mount it on a tripod or something like that. And this is connected by Bluetooth, and it gives me information. I can control things. I think I can set that up and control different settings. And it's the charger. So anytime you're done, you put it back in its case, you close it, and it charges the device. So really neat design, very cool. I think you can carry this, do a lot of things with this. Again, just my deal breaker here, just drives me nuts, is it's not true USB-C. I can't plug it into a USB-C to charge it. You getting the drift here? Perfect camera, really bad port here. Come on. Hey, so the trip is over. I am now heading back. I'm going to finish up a few more pieces of recording, and then I am going to edit this whole thing in the Insta360 Go app. Now, just let me touch base on a few things about the app. Loading information, transferring the footage over, I found works pretty well in the app. It will burn up the battery on either devices, both devices. And I haven't tried transferring the footage via USB-C. My understanding is that using just the old USB-A, it's going to be pretty slow. So we'll be transferring up to 32 gigabytes of data over, so it could take a while. And on Wi-Fi, again, it can go pretty slow. But I found for my use case, what I like to do is periodically throughout the day, I'll offload the footage from my Insta360 Go to my phone and then store it there. So make sure you get a phone with lots of storage. And then I'll go back and do an edit session later in the day. So that's been working pretty well. So if you're interested, I don't know if I have an affiliate link. I'll see if I have one. If I don't, I'm going to post a link anyways down to the Insta360 Go 2. Take a look at it, consider it. Again, I might consider waiting for the Insta360 Go 3 or whatever version that fixes the USB-C problem. For me, I think it's a problem. It's kind of a deal breaker. but no one really told me when I bought it, and I'm a little bummed about it, but that's it. Hey, see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Well, I'm back at the edit desk again, and this is the end of the video. And takeaways again, very cool action camera. Holds 32 megabytes, which I think gets me through the day. I'm not recording that much. Just again, really cool features here and there. The only downside is the power cable charging situation. Aside from that, I've taken this in the pool. I brought it in with my kids in the pool this summer, and it performs perfectly well. Taken it to the ocean, gone through some pretty extreme scenarios, and it holds up well. It kind of does what it is. It's an action camera. So see you in the next one.